Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So, in this video, what I want to talk about is your stop loss and understanding market structure, all right? Now, I get this question quite often when we're on live. People will ask, what is my stop loss for this, trade? And so it's not just a one answer, right? I need to break this down for you. So be sure to watch this video in its entirety because this concept will revolutionize your trading and it will change your life. All right. This is something that I've learned as I've been trading, as I've been understanding the market more, right? This isn't something that people talk about. This isn't something that a lot of people say, right? So remember who said this, right? Because I'm telling you, this is not on the internet. All right. So when we thinking about a stop loss, let me help you guys understand, what a stop loss is designed for. Obviously, it's to help you not lose as much money, right? But also, so if you're not watching the market, if you're just not watching the market, then a stop loss is to set that there just in case something crazy happens, and then you don't lose a whole bunch of money, or you can keep your gains, right? But what if you're trading and you're watching the market, right? A lot of people are going to say 10, 20% stop loss, 30% at the highest, right? But how many times have you been in a trade, you were down 20%, got out, and then it goes up crazy? It's happened a lot, right? I know it has. So this is going to help you not have to experience that. All right. So nothing that I say in this video is financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to go talk to a licensed financial advisor. All right. So the concept is your stop loss is the break of the market structure, right? Your stop loss is the break of the market structure. So that's the concept. Now we're going to dive into this concept. First things first, we have to understand how long is the trade that we're getting in, because that's going to dictate the actual market structure that we're going to be paying attention to, right? And then where is our entry at? Is it in the middle of the range? Is it at the bottom of the range? Are we in a call? Are we in a put? All right, and we're gonna break this stuff down. But first things first, right? Let's go with the direction. And what type of trade? Is it a call? Is it a put? Is it a swing? Is it a day trade? Your stop loss is going to be different depending on a day trade or a scalp trade or a swing trade, right? So when we think about this, what is market structure? Market structure is the structure of the charts, where the stocks are at, where they're trading at, and relevance to where they can go. So what do I always say? If we break above here, then enter in the calls. If we break below here, enter in the puts, right? That's the market structure. That level that I'm giving you is letting you know if we get below this level, the market structure means that we broke below that level and we're going to go down. That's the market structure. So your market structure is going to look different on the daily time frame versus the 15-minute time frame versus the 30-minute time frame, right? And this is why trading could be so confusing. So this is why I say you want to make sure you know what type of trade you're getting in. Because if you get in a swing trade, it could break below your structure on the 30-minute time frame, but on the daily time frame, it's still intact. And this is how you get tricked out of your position. Also, you want to understand, are you trading 0 day to expirations, or are you trading weeklies or, a couple weeks out? right? Or a couple months out. This is another thing you have to think about, right? If you're trading 0 day to expirations, I could understand why somebody would say, if you're down, X amount of percent, get out, because it's not going your way. But I don't agree with that, because when you start to understand market structure and you understand how the game go, you understand, stop loss hunters. It's like, all right. Now, the reason why stop losses are so popular is because newbies need stop losses, right? Newbies need stop losses because they need to learn how to control their emotions and control their trades. But as you get more experienced, you don't need an automatic stop loss. You need to understand market structure. And this is the evolution and the maturation of your process as a trader, okay? So before we go into charts, right, you want to know what kind of trade you're taking: a swing trade, a day trade, a quick scalp trade. That's going to dictate what market structure you're looking at. Also, AKA, what time frame are you trading on, right? And then you want to know, are you trading 0 day to expirations or weekly contracts? And if you're trading weekly contracts, are you out of the money? Are you in the money? Are you at the money, right? Where is your entry at? Did you take entry at a key level, or did you take entry in the middle of a range? If you took entry on a trade in the middle of a range, you could probably expect some level of drawdown because it's in the middle of a range. And because we know that stocks are always trying to test, it could test the bottom of the range before it ends up going to the upside. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So let's go to the charts and let's go break this stuff down now. All right. So right here, who do we have? This is FedEx, but let's go to, all right, so this is Amazon, right? So let's start off with a swing trade. Let's say I want to swing trade Amazon, right? Okay. So I want to swing trade Amazon. Now, first off, this is going to be a range. So we have a range right here, right? The high of the range at 233. And then we have the bottom of the range, we can call it right here, at 230. So we got 230 to 233, that's the range. You're expecting it to go up here, right? So now it's like, okay, I'm expecting it to go higher. Now, let's give a couple scenarios. And this is an area of liquidity, it's a fair value gap. So let's say you take entry in the middle of this range, okay? Middle of range entry, all right? And then let's say you have another scenario where you take entry at the top of the range. Top of range entry. And then let's say best case scenario, you take entry at the bottom of this range. All right. All right. So if you take an entry in the middle of the range, but you know the bottom of the range is here, then just because the stock comes from here to down here does not mean that you get out of the trade. You could be down by 20% if the stock falls by $1.30, right? You could very much so be down 20%, 30%. That doesn't mean you get out, because it is still holding this market structure, right? The market structure is this area right here. And it's also a bull flag. But the market structure is this right here in this scenario. So as long as we stay above the support level of this little structure, you're good, right? So we come down to 230.20, stay in a trade. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but you're staying in trade. Now, if we come down and we get a closure below, let's just say 230, that's when you get out, right? Now, let's say you enter in at the top of the range. Same thing. If it comes down to the bottom, you do not get out. Yeah, you could probably be down 60%. This is also why you do not, this is also why you don't enter calls at the height of a range. You wait until it breaks out, comes to retest, and then you take the entry. The name of the game is to buy low and sell high, right? So this is worst case scenario entry right here. But if it's still holding the market structure, you don't sell just because it's down here. You have to wait to see if it breaks this market structure and it closes below the low of this area right here. All right. Now, let's say you enter in at the bottom of this range. Now you could say, hey, it really shouldn't come any lower. But if we come down here on the daily time frame, I want to make sure we don't close below here. And then you stay in the trade. And then let's say it closes right here. Right? You stay in the trade. And then it creates a little higher high right here. And then it starts to pump. And this is how you make your money. All right. So I need you guys to understand that your market structure is the stop loss. Right? Let's go to IWM. Well, it doesn't matter a stock. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. Okay. So let's say I want to take a trade on IWM. Right? So let's say I'm on a 15-minute time frame. Let's say I get in the 15-minute time frame, the 15-minute candle breaks, closes, and then I take entry right here. Let's just say, right? So what would be my initial market structure that I'm paying attention to? My initial market structure will be the high of this candle, right? And then the low of this candle, right? So this is my market structure. So now let's say I take entry right here. So let's say I take entry right here. Right? This is my entry point. Because I'm like, all right, it broke below, it came down here on the 15 and started to come lower. It took out the low of this candle. I'm going to enter, right? Okay. And then it comes back up. This is where most people are going to get out of the trade. But your market structure is this right here. So this is going to be your stop loss, right? The break above this structure is going to be where you would want to get out at. Because if it breaks above here, then it could come up and it could fill this gap, right? Oh, no, this is not a gap, but it could come up to this order block right here, right? So your stop loss is your market structure. All right? Get this in your head. Your stop loss is your market structure. The market structure is your stop loss. So you need to know what time frame you're paying attention to, because that's going to let you know what the actual market structure is, right? Because as you see, after you take entry and then it pops up, what does it do? It does not break above here. It rejects lower. And then what happens? It comes down. And then it comes down again. So you could have gone from being down 40% on 0 day to expirations to being up 35%. All it takes is patience. Okay? So, like I said, it does not matter the time frame, right? It doesn't matter the time frame. Everything that I teach is based off of principles that are timeless, right? This principle is a timeless principle. It doesn't matter. You could watch this 2 years from now and this is still going to ring true. Okay? Because this is just how the structure of trading works. So, the market structure is your stop loss. Stop focusing on a dollar amount that you're down. Start focusing on the market structure. I always used to hear people say, pay attention to the charts. Don't even look at your P&L. That is what I have started to do, right? Because when you are focused on the dollar amount that you're up or down, it plays games with your mind instead of paying attention to what is the market structure telling you. All right. So listen, y'all, I hope that this video was helpful. If it was, let me know in the comments. All right. You guys already know I'm always trying to bring you guys life-changing information every single day. All right. So like I always say, make sure you get up out your head, go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right. And also remember, the more you study, the less you worry. All right. Listen, I appreciate y'all time. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I'm going to holler at y'all in the next video. Y'all stay smooth. Peace.